Hey, what's up guys, Eskazoo here, and welcome to episode 24 of Skill into Glory, and we're going to be starting off by going into the first game of the episode, and we come up against a Dutch team in the 4-3-3 formation, a couple informs, also a hero Wijnaldum there on the midfield, and it was my opponent starting off from a corner after 16 minutes. He gets a big chance there, a header I think from the pie, hits the post, very unlucky there for him. Then pretty much on the counter there, a couple minutes later, it is Nani there on the left-hand side with the alternative Elastico chop. Guts in there with Elastico. We get a bit lucky because the defender's kind of messed up. We pick it up with Nani again, and we do put it into the back of the net. Pretty much the first chance of the game for us, and was already a goal. Then 32nd minute, again Nani, this time from a corner. We go in a skill on there, a fake Carbona to a scoop turn, to a shot, which actually got deflected by one of my own defenders. I think it was Stefan de Vrij who actually managed to get himself the goal in the end. But yeah, we do make it 2-0. A pretty decent goal, I would say, as well. Then after that, he gets himself a big chance there. Once again, the ball actually almost went in. This one actually got cleared off the line by my goalkeeper. So yeah, unlucky there for him once again. Then we jump into the second half. A really nice bit of play between Kelvin and Nani. A lovely flick from Nani to beat the defender. We hit the post, and then from the rebound, it was almost Kelvin who puts it in, but unfortunately he couldn't hit the ball properly. Then a couple minutes later, again Kelvin on the ball there. This time he plays it on through to Snyder. He keeps the ball in, plays it on through to Çalhanoğlu. I tried to go for a first time flick up. I think he actually did the animation, but unfortunately the ball didn't flick up. And therefore it was not really like a great shot. A pretty easy save for the goalkeeper. And then 74th minute, from a counter, we go through with Pato. His goalkeeper was way out of his area, and we chip it into the back of the net. We make it 3-0, and we make it game over. Then 82nd minute, pretty much the final chance, or at least one of the final chances of the game for us anyway. I tried to go on a skill on there with Nani. Unfortunately, we lose it, and we pick it up with Kelvin. Some great skill moves. We go for a shot, and we end up hitting the crossbar. Very, very unlucky. And then in the 90th minute, it was my opponent actually finally getting himself a goal there. A bit of a weird goal as well, because I don't really know why my defender went with the first touch. But anyway, he makes it 3-1, and that is also how the game would end up. Overall, if we looked at the stats, it was a pretty even game, but luckily enough for us anyway, we managed to win the game with 3-1 and scored some pretty decent goals. Then we move into the next game. We come up against a Premier League team in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, and we start things off in the 22nd minute from a free kick from Snyder, and we actually ends up hitting the post. Very unlucky. And then from the rebound, we get a shot in with Nani, but a pretty easy save there for his goalkeeper. Then in the 28th minute, it is Pato there on the ball, goes with some no-touch dribbling, plays it on through to Kelvin, who gets a shot in, the goalkeeper saved, and then from the rebound, we tap it in for an open net. We do make it 1-0, and we get the lead in this game. Then 42nd minute, again Nani on the ball there, gets pushed to the ball, we pick it up with Souza, we play it on through to Pato, who goes with a fake shot, cuts in there with the ball roll, tries to go for a shot, gets blocked off, and then it is Souza who picks the ball up there yet again, and actually makes it 2-0 and extends the lead in this game. Then 56th minute, it is Nani on the left-hand side, cuts in with some great skill moves, a nice roulette, goes for a shot, but a good block there from his defender. Then in the 90th minute, is my opponent from a free kick there, and we actually concede another goal in the same minute, just like we did in the previous game. This time we did end up winning 2-1 though, and yeah, overall, I think we could have maybe scored a couple more goals, because again, we had a lot of chances, but still, we got the 3 points, so I was happy with the result. Then we move on to what will be the final game of the episode, and we come up against a Serie A side in the 4-2-3-1 formation with a lot of pace, and I knew at the start that this was going to be a really, really difficult game. But after a few minutes, we got a really big chance there with a French striker, Bovo. A good save from his goalkeeper. I was really devastated that I didn't finish it off straight away, because I knew that this was going to be a really tough game at the start already. Then from a corner, we sort of got felt there with Nani. I wasn't really too sure if that could have been a penalty, but anyway, my opponent went through there with Callejon, with the pace of course. It was really difficult to actually push him off the ball. He decided to play it on through to Khedira, then he plays it on back to Jose Callejon, who made the run, was inside the box, and then all of a sudden, he actually picks up a penalty for the exact same thing that just happened with Nani in the other box. I seriously couldn't believe it. Of course, he converts a penalty with Pjanic to make it 1-0, and like I said, I seriously just couldn't believe what happened, because it was the exact same thing, and my opponent picked up a penalty. I was just so annoyed. Then straight from kickoff, I tried to get a goal back immediately. Unfortunately, though, the shot wasn't really that great, but the attack overall was really, really nice with Quadrado. Unfortunately, as I said, the shot was pretty bad. An easy save for his keeper. And then instead, in the 22nd minute, to make it even worse, he makes it 2-0. With Insigne, and yeah, at this point I really thought it was game over already. Even though it was really early in the game and we had some chances, I just felt that I just wasn't allowed to score in this game. And then in the 42nd minute, to make it even worse for us, I make a huge mistake with my defender Abate. I pretty much pass it into his feet, And then all of a sudden we give away another penalty, and just seriously look at this replay. Like, what did I do wrong? I didn't press anything, and his player KD just flew away from my defender and he picked up a penalty. And of course, yet again, he converts it and makes it 3-0. And at this point, I was so mad. Like, I was actually at the stage of just turning off my Xbox and just stop playing. But I decided not to. I tried to come back into the game. We created a lot of chances. You can probably see them here as well. From a free kick, we got like 3 shots on target. They probably weren't the best, but that kind of shows how unlucky we were with like finishing and stuff. Like, we had so many chances in the game, but we just couldn't score. This was a really nice skill run though. Unfortunately, the shot that we took was a little bit too late. Then we're in the 82nd minute. From a throw in, I managed to actually pick the ball up there. I tried to clear it away, tried to boot it forward. I don't know what my defender did. He pretty much gave a perfect cross. A terrible first touch from my defender. And he makes it 4-0, I think, there with Pjanic. And that is also how the game would end up. Just a terrible game from my side. Like, all those 4 goals were seriously just... They just didn't make sense to me. Like, 2 penalties I just couldn't really understand, and then 2 goals which pretty much were my own mistakes. But you can probably see it from the stats as well. My opponent had some really big chances. He had a lot of shots in general, so I felt that it was a more than deserved win for him. But 4-0 was, I think, a little bit too much. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to leave a like, because it would be very much appreciated. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.